Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Football Now, episode 6. And yes, this one's going to be about our lovely friend Peter Bosz and how he's ruining Dortmund. And also about Tottenham. We're going to start with Dortmund first, which is Dortmund versus Apol, or however you say their name. Now, this is something I need to talk about because it's on my mind I'm being serious here, the whole day. As I was helping my friend move, and even at work, it was in my head because it just doesn't make sense to me how Bosz can be so stubborn. How he can be so stubborn and to play the same system, same formation, same tactics. Bartra is a right back, not playing Toljan. His confidence is super low since he has no faith in him, it looks like. Dehu's not playing. Why? I mean, either Dehu came from an illness, which I think that was right, illness or like a small injury, or he just doesn't want to play him because he doesn't trust him, because he doesn't flow with the system. If he thinks Castro flows with the system, then he has another thing coming, because Castro has done nothing this season. He has been just a shambles this season. He has been mediocre. Everything you can imagine of a bad word, he has been that. And it has been terrible. Şahin, he started the season blistering with form. He was great. I'm like, crap, dude. Weigl has to fight his place in this team because Şahin is killing it. Now Weigl is just like, he has to be in the team because Şahin just can't pick up. He can't do that pressure that Bosz wants because Şahin has to press, run, sprint. And Weigl can do that more than Şahin because Şahin doesn't have that stamina, because he's getting age. He's up there, so Weigl can do that, and Şahin just kind of has trouble doing that. So Weigl is ultimately picked, but, what's that? Oh my, he keeps picking Şahin. He keeps picking Şahin over Weigl, and Weigl deserves to be in the starting lineup. Has he not seen what Tuchel did with Weigl? Weigl was our machine in midfield. He was the man, the myth, the legend in midfield. Without him, we didn't look as organized. We didn't look like we controlled a match. As soon as Weigl's in that match, boom, midfield's organized. We have more construction, or more of a unit in midfield, and it works. He plays delicious vertical passes. He just can destroy defenses with his passes. It's Weigl. Weigl's amazing, and to think that we might lose him possibly, it just hurts because he has done so much for us in midfield. He's just such a great player, and if we lose him, it's gonna be so bad for us because we're gonna have to find someone immediately because Şahin just cannot go on. His age is picking up with him, and he just cannot do. I mean, unless we sack Bosz, which I'm all for. I don't like Bosz. At first I did, but his tactics are awful. They're too easy to read. All you have to do is play long balls and go on a counterattack and you'll score. That's it. So unless we get a coach that can utilize Şahin in a good way, that'll fit him, instead of him having to press all the time and run that much, because it just drags him down because of his stamina, like I said, because of his age. Then maybe we can still use Şahin, but if we can't, then we're going to have to find somebody, because if Weigl leaves, it's going to be tough for us. Same with Aubameyang, Pulisic, all these big names. If they leave, it's just going to be such a hard shot to Dortmund, because they're so hard to replace, Pulisic has been so good for us, but he's been struggling a little bit because of confidence, just with Aubameyang too. Oh my god. I feel so bad for Aubameyang. He doesn't deserve that. Nobody deserves it on this team because Bosz is just bringing us down. He's setting us backwards. Tuchel built something that was forming us. Like, we looked like a dangerous team. We drew with Madrid. We beat them in the group stages. Made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And then we were, it was unlucky to get knocked out of the quarterfinals because of the whole bus incident. And plus, Monaco were, insane that year. So, I'm not taking away anything from them because they were awesome, Monaco. But the bus was just such a bad time to happen, that incident. But other than that, Yeah, like we beat Bayern twice with Tuchel, so hallelujah, thank you. But and then another thing is we also won the Pokal, which we haven't done for 4 years, and it's like, why? I don't care if you're having issues with Tuchel, and sure, Royce Schmelzer and like I think somebody else didn't, and Hummels I think it was, didn't really like Tuchel for something. So I mean, I can understand that having three players, all three captains at the time, they have a voice, and if Watzke just had to listen. Plus, Watzke was having some trouble with him too, especially what's going on with Emre Moore, saying all those rumors of how Tuchel's assistant made him crawl in his hands and knees, and just I don't know, for something stupid. I have no idea, but so there were some bad things going around in the back, behind the scenes. So it sucks that pushed Tuchel away and got him sacked, because he was just such a good coach for us, and he, after losing Gundogan, Hummels, and Mkhitaryan, he got us a third place, not the best finish, but still Champions League, which we wanted, and we won the Pokal. So you can't be mad about that. Like I wish we had second place, but it's like I wish we could win the title, but it's tough because Bayern they have so much more quality than us, and I mean, we have an immense amount of quality, and we're a very good squad, very good team, but we just can't stay consistent like Bayern can, because they have all these veterans on their team that will show up and like, hey, there's a game where we're struggling a lot. It's 0-0, like the Hamburg game they just had recently, like a couple weeks ago. They were struggling a lot, and then they got a goal, and I think it was like near the end of the second half almost, they got a goal, and that won them the game. Us, if that was in our position, 0-0, we got a goal, okay, late on the game, held the game down, win 1-0. That's not us. That's just not us. If we can't score that day, we're not going to score. We'll score a goal, but then we'll probably concede a cheesy goal, just like today against Sao Paulo. I should actually probably start talking about that now. I've been kind of going on and on and on. I'm just rambling a lot because it's just a big, huge rant that I need to go on about, because it's just in my head, and it's just annoying, and it's just, I hate seeing Dortmund go from going up to just slowly deteriorating. Like, and I was right about my video. I said, is Peter Bosz's system set to fail with Dortmund? And I was right. It's just such an easy system. Everybody sees it. Everybody. And he's just so stubborn. He's just so... You know what? Screw what those people are saying. It's sticking with my system. It's going to work. And he's like, if you're not aggressive, then the system in general can't work. I don't know about that. Sure, if you're not aggressive, you're not putting at least some pressure in midfield to win the balls and stuff, or anywhere to win a ball, then yeah, I can find it for your team, I can find it difficult for them to win or not concede. But with our system, it's impossible, because we have to run the whole game, because we have 4 of our defenders up front with us in the opponent's half, when it's like, dude, we gotta defend back here. You see the space? You see this? We gotta sit back. Tuchel, we play 3 in the back sometimes, sat back. We play 5 in the back, which was kind of the 3 in the back thing, because we had left wing back and stuff. So when he did that, we sat back, but he let the left wing back or the right wing back press every so often to go help the attack. Not all the time, sometimes. And if he had the left wing back go up the whole game, then the right wing back would stay back, or at least kind of help sometimes. But it would pretty much be like defense solid, and then kind of break apart, and then they kind of do this, so where then the right wing back, center back, and center back are all here, so then they're ready for the counterattack. But then they have that extra help up there with the left wing back. And he's a genius, guys, it's just so hard, because Tuchel is so good, and he got his tactics right. Sometimes he got them wrong, especially against Bayern when we got smacked 5-1, and that was embarrassing. But also because our players just did not play well all that day. Oh my god, it was so bad. Back to the Opal game. It's just ridiculous. We had 27 shots on target. 27 shots, not on target. I should say like 27 shots and like maybe 5 on the target. I want to say because we missed so many chances. Like so many chances we missed, and then they come off with this counterattack because of a just a simple counterattack that should be easy to defend, and Bartram mistimed his tackle, and they had a wide open shot. He turned, bam, goal. It's like, what can you do? Like, and then they sat back the whole entire game, which was their game plan. You know, I'm not mad about that. They did what they were doing. They were locking down our midfield, and that's the thing. Bosz relies too much on the midfield, and the other people know. The opponent knows. Okay, guys, they're gonna focus on their midfield, lock it up. You know, man mark every single person in the midfield. That's exactly what Opal did, and look what happened. Gotze was man marked. He couldn't do a thing. He couldn't do a single thing. Kagawa, he did pretty well. Kagawa made a great flick to Guerrero, and I'm so glad he got us on the score sheet because he is so good, Guerrero. Like, oh my god, like he is such a good player, and I'm so glad he's back because we need his help. But still, like, Opal, they made a smart decision what they did. They played their game, they held off, and they kind of did Atletico Madrid if you think about it. They would sit back, absorb that pressure, and then release themselves, and they get a goal. So, in a way, they did in Atletico Madrid. But Bosz, ultimately, in my opinion, needs to just get sacked. He needs to go. He's not doing anything for us. He's just making things worse. Pulisic was saying how things can get better. Things can only get better, he said. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. The system doesn't work. It doesn't work. And Bosz is going to keep saying, oh, we're not playing our football. We're not, we can still play attractive football and, win championships. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Okay, sure, we love attractive football, but we're being destroyed by smaller teams, and we're conceding goals and shots to these smaller teams, and we're drawing against these smaller teams. How is this system working? Please tell me, because I don't see it working, and I'd like to know what you think, because this is stupid. Like, oh my god. I think one of the people I follow on Twitter, and if you guys don't follow him and you're a Dortmund fan, please do, because he's hilarious. It's Ironic Guerrero. So it's, Ironic Guerrero. You need to follow him because he posts some funny stuff. But he pointed out today how we should take the under-19 coach we have as our coach. So, like, just sack Bosz and then bring him in because he has done so much for under-19. If you guys haven't seen it, which I'm pretty sure you haven't, our under-19 team has been outstanding. We're on the top of the table in the Champions League, and we recently just beat, well, of course, Opal 3, I think 3-0, I think 5-0, 5-0, I think, and then we beat Real Madrid, I believe 3-1, and then we beat Spurs, and like we're going crazy. And Jadon Sancho, he's getting time in there with Jacob Larson. Burnich, which is another under-19 player we have, he has been incredible. I saw yesterday he made 103 passes out of 105 passes that game. But he literally, the passes he made is just ridiculous. And where he came, Burnich is so good. And I think if we got this coach, I think he could possibly turn it around for us, because I'm sick and tired of this high line. It is BS. This whole pressing thing. I love pressing, don't get me wrong, but we're not doing it for some reason, even though it's our job to do it. So it's just another reason why the system is slowly kind of not working in a way, but it's also kind of the player's fault with that because, I mean, he's telling you to press, you have to press, and they're just sitting there watching the ball. Like, you gotta go and attack the ball. Not just stand there looking at it and you're like, oh, something's gonna happen, I swear. I'm gonna get this thing. But just staring at it. So, it's just, he needs to figure out what to do, and if he doesn't, then he needs to go, because if he goes, I want this under-19 coach to take over for now, and if he does well, keep him, but if he doesn't do well, but at least, gives us a third, second place finish, which I guess is doing well, so, if he does well, then he could stay, but if he doesn't do as well as in like a 5th or 4th place finish, and then like no Pokal, no trophy, whatever, then you'll find someone else. But if he does well and actually gets us to a good point, like Pokal final, gets us 2nd place in the league, 3rd place in the league, anything like that, I will take, because this season went from holy crap, we're doing really good, guys, look at this, we might win the title, holy crap, wait a minute. Why did we draw the game? Oh no, what's going on? We can't win, we can't score, our defense is terrible, Bosz out, boom, to nothing. So, it's just this big, huge timeline that went from good to bad that fast. And it sucks because all of us are so hyped. All the Dortmund fans were like, oh my god, guys. Like me, as my first video was like, is there a Bundesliga title race? But me, I was like, holy crap, guys. We might win the league. Bayern are struggling. We are killing it. We can do it. That dream's over. That dream went out the window like weeks ago as soon as we started drawing and losing to these easy teams. So, you know what? I didn't mean to go on such a big rant about this, but it's just on my mind, and I just had to get it out. But let's go talk about Tottenham now, because I am actually very proud of Tottenham, because I like Tottenham. I have no disrespect for them. I think they're a great team. I've never looked down upon them. I've always been like, hey, they have potential. They can do something. I see them doing something. And Pochettino has done just that. He has made this team incredible. Like, they took out Real Madrid 3-1. Like, bruh. 3-1. How do you do... Oh, I'm kidding. I know how to do that, I think. If, back in the day when Dortmund beat them 4-1. But this game, they could have went either way, I'd say. I saw the shots between each team, the highlights, everything, because I couldn't catch them since I was helping my friend move. I couldn't watch anything, so I had to just look at everything. But from what I got from this is that Madrid, they had good chances. They weren't clinical, and their defense was not good. Caught off a lot. Ramos wasn't at his best. He hasn't really been at his best for a while, I'd say. It's just my opinion, because they've been seeing a lot of goals. So, I mean, it's not just him, of course, it's Marcelo. And then they played Nacho, which I don't think he had such a good game, too. So, Spurs ultimately just, on the counterattack, they look so good. Like, holy crap, dude. And then Trippier, everybody's like, oh, wow, you gave away Walker so you can play Trippier. The dude's good. Like, doesn't look like they're missing Walker at all. Trippier has done amazing. And then, what's his name? Harry Winks, I think? In midfield? That he looks good. Like, that's a good talent you guys got. So, and then I saw the goals, like I said. Dele Alli with a great goal. Trippier with a great assist. And Dele Alli with a nice finish. Like a bombing finish, honestly. That's usually what he does, is little tap-ins. So, Dele Alli, that was a great finish, too. I mean, he was held by, like, 1 or 2 defenders, it looked like. And Casilla was right there. I'm surprised he didn't get to it, but still a great goal. It's a great team goal. And then the other goal was deflection. Dele Alli scooped past 2 defenders, and I thought he was going to pass it to Eriksson, but he decided to shoot it, and it went in because it hit off Ramos, his thigh, and just luckily went in. And Ronaldo had a couple chances. I saw he had a cutback, and he shot it right at Lloris. And then there's a couple of other good chances. Benzema, I think, fluffed a couple. Benzema had a great volley, though. I saw that was, I don't know, that was a good connection. Like, it was just like, bam, whew, but it wasn't hard enough to go past the Odis, so it wasn't a huge chance, but it was actually a good volley, a good effort. And then Eriksson, Harry Kane, with that nice little through pass. And I mean, it was an easy counter, too. I mean, that was like FIFA right there. If I saw that, I'm like, okay, why Eriksson, go left, shoot, boom, goal. That's exactly what they did. And Eriksson got it home nicely. And, I mean, I'm telling you, Tottenham looked really good. Like, we had to go against them again. And I'm just like, dude, bruh, if Bosz is still with us, go for it, kill us, beat us 5-0, I don't care, have a nice day. Get those 3 points easily. I would have just, if I was Dortmund at that position, and we're just constantly losing still, and we're not getting any points, I was like, hey, alright, and I'd sit on the pitch. I wouldn't care, be like, hey, go for it. If I was Berkey, score. But on a realistic note, I wouldn't actually do that. I would just say, like, try your best, don't get demolished. Just like against Bayern this weekend. I hope we don't get demolished, but we probably will. We'll probably get stomped. I'm guessing 6-1, I was saying. But it could be worse. I'm having some bad nightmares about an 8-0 in my head, but I don't want to think about that. It's just me being very negative because of the results and how our defense is. So, it's not looking good for us. But Tottenham, keep it up. I hope you guys win the league, win some trophies, because you guys look awesome. So, big ups to you guys, because you guys are killing it. Same with Harry Kane. Pep Guardiola is saying that it's a Harry Kane team. No, it's not. I mean, yeah, Harry Kane scoring all their goals. Not all their goals. Most of their goals. But, I mean, people would have said the same thing about Dortmund. Because last season, Aubameyang was scoring all our goals. And nobody called it Aubameyang FC. And all of a sudden, Harry Kane's doing the same thing Aubameyang is doing, is scoring all the goals, most of the goals. And now they're like, oh, Harry Kane's team, Harry Kane FC. It's like, okay, what? Doesn't make sense. Harry Kane's just doing his thing. He's scoring. It's what he's supposed to do. He's a striker. And he's being clinical, unlike other people. So it's just, it happens. So guys, that's it. I went on a very long rant about Dortmund and Bosz, so I apologize about that, but I just needed to get that out because it has been on my mind. I've been very frustrated all day. The whole time I was helping my friend move, I was literally sitting there, like, trying to hold in all the anger. I was just like, just calm down. I'll talk about it later. So, I just had to let it all out, and like I said, Tottenham, keep it up. You guys are killing it. Hope you guys finish the group on top, which I'm pretty sure you will. Real Madrid will probably place in second, and we'll place in third, and we'll probably go to Europa League. I wouldn't even be shocked if we place fourth. If we just, I don't know. It's just not looking good, guys. It's not looking good at all. Hashtag pray for Dortmund. Hashtag Bosz out. That is where I'll end it here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me your opinions on the matter. Bosz and Dortmund and Tottenham, and where you think they'll end up in the Champions League. I'd say they'll probably go to the quarterfinals. I'll say that. But if they keep it up, maybe even semifinals. So, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think at my Twitter, which is in the link in the description. So, hit me up, home dogs, because I'll talk to anybody. If you guys talk to me about football, soccer, I will respond to you right away because I love talking about it. I can talk about it all day, like I've told you guys many times. That's why this video is so long, because I'm just talking about it. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking now. Let you guys get back to your business. Thank you for watching Football Now, Episode 6. Peace.